Hi, I'm Ed Sobey from Kids Invent. This is the second of our videos and our second activity. This one is gravity cars. A wonderful activity with lots and lots of learning, way too much for us to cover in this short video. The challenge is for students to build a car that can roll down a ramp and go as far as possible. Sounds pretty simple, but even graduate students in engineering don't make it perfect the first time. Kids will have a bit of trouble with this, and that's where the learning occurs. What we show them is that the wheels can be forced onto the wood dowels. The dowel can even be forced through the wheel in case they want to build a three-wheeled car. Most kids will opt for a four-wheeled car. They put one wheel on a dowel, slide the dowel through one of these fancy bearings that you might call a straw, and then they can either hot glue it or tape it to the bottom of a piece of cardboard. They can cut the cardboard any size, any shape they want. They can cut the straw any size they want. They can use any number of wheels that they want. Four is probably all they'll have time to do. So with that simple introduction, they start building. Should work in teams of 2 or 3. 4 kids in a team just isn't going to work. So they are working away, building their car, and it will take them a little while to do that. You can circulate and you can watch the progress and ask questions. Don't tell them how to do it. If they have questions about how they should build it, please don't tell them. Make them think, make them work. They're free to look around the room and gather ideas from other teams, but make them do that assessment. Fairly quickly, one of the teams will have a car ready for testing. At that point, draw attention to it. That will help spur everybody else to finish their model, and then go to an area where there's a ramp. Now, this is not the ramp that you'll be using. This is just so we can fit it into the video. The ramp that you'll be using starts at a height, tabletop height of about 30 inches and goes down to the floor. A ramp that starts that tall, if the floor is smooth, will allow a car to go maybe 50 or 60 feet. And kids get pretty jazzed if their model goes that far. So you go out with the team, and now you stay at the ramp. This is where the action occurs. This is where the learning occurs. They roll their car from the top of the ramp, and it rolls down. Hopefully it makes it all the way to the bottom of the ramp. If it does, this is where the action occurs. Quite often a car will flip over, will turn left, turn right. All sorts of bad things happen when it encounters the ground. Some cars will go off the ramp and then they'll turn to the left or right. These are the learning opportunities, and your job is to stand there and ask questions. The first question is, what happened? Kids cannot answer that question. They saw the car, but if you ask them, what did the car do? They are unable to answer that question. You can't do science if you can't observe and report. You have to ask them over and over, insist that they tell you, what did the car do? Once you can all agree that the car turned to the left or turned to the right or did whatever, then what caused it to do that? Kids are very, very bad at associating cause with effect. They'll say, the sun wasn't shining, I forgot my lunch, I don't feel well. They'll come up with 1,000 reasons not to think. Insist that they point to something on the car that caused the behavior. For example, if the car is turning radically to one side, the axles are not parallel. If the car is taking a big jump at the end, it probably means that the car is not balanced. You don't have to tell them that. All you have to do is insist on getting answers from them to your questions. As you get skilled in this technique, you will deliver better questions to make them think, and they'll race back in the room as fast as they can, make one change, and come out and do the test again. Each time they do a test, they should record the car name, not their personal names, but they name the car, and the distance the car goes, and make a note about what change they made. This is a scientific evaluation. We're testing one variable at a time. We want to see how far those cars go. If you can get them going in a straight line in the first session, then the second session will be lots more fun when the cars really go far, and we'll cover that in the next video.